Okay. Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to Aimless Babble Z, episode 230. I'm Master, joined by.
RPG Maniac 05.
And Trioptical.
So yeah, we got some what you've been playing, some news, and maybe some other stuff. Who knows? But who wants to go first with who wants to go first with what they've been playing?
Somebody.
I guess I'll go first. I haven't been playing a lot because I got the internet taken away from me. I don't want to talk about it. It was kind of depressing and freaky outness happened. So I'll just talk about what I've been playing. So yeah, Tactics Ogre, Let's Clean Together. Still an amazing game. I guess also, spoiler alert, I'm not playing anything new. So, well, I am playing new stuff, but I'm not talking about it because it's like a secret YouTube project I'm working on. And I'm not going to like spill the beans until everything is set. So it's like, I got some progress made and it's like, oh yeah. So it's like, dude, it's like, it's totally happening. And I'm like, yes, this is going to happen. And it's like, okay, it might happen. We'll see. But yeah. Tactics Ogre.
What?
Tactics Ogre is still awesome. And I got to the part where wow, it's been a while. Thanks, internet.
You're welcome. Says the internet.
I got to that part when you get the Zenobians. That's what happens. And like the Zenobians were like dudes. I mean, dude Shepherd. Oh, I named my dude Shepherd. I named the character that is you Shepherd. So I was like, oh yeah, dude Shepherd. We're totally coming with you. So it's like I got that happening, and then the path I went on, your BFF joined you and doesn't like try to kill you or anything. So it's like, yeah, I got that too. So it's like I got all these cool guest character NPCs where I'm at now. I think I'm in chapter 3.
You can never trust your BFFs in RPGs. Everyone knows that.
Going to the I think we're going to take back Rhyme or something. But yeah, it's still fun and awesome. And yeah, besides that, the still playing it. Well, when I have the internet every day, cracking out. Well, I guess not cracking out since it's like one a day. Gotta like set my limits because I'm a changed person. I can totally play it once a day and not crack out on it. I have a newfound ability to not go overboard. But
Lies.
Mass Effect 3 still in the swing of things, and it's still delicious. So that's happening. I don't remember what character I'm playing as right now because I think it's either an Alliance Infiltration Unit or the get the Juggernaut still, so we'll see. Besides that, I've been playing, I think that's it. Oh, Guacamelee, okay. So Guacamelee is still awesome, but I got stuck on this boss fight, so I'm like, I think I'm at like the 50% completion is what my screen showed, and then I'm on this boss fight and I'm stuck, so I need to look up how to get past it. Oh, actually, I got stuck on Guacamelee and I went to play something else because that's what I keep doing on the beta. And I played a bit of Retro City Rampage. I wasn't really feeling it. I was like, whatever. It's interesting because it's like a weird art style, but it's very like GTA, like chaos, and like it's a weird contrast there. It's like it looks so archaic and old, like a game you'd play back in the 80s, but then you're blowing up stuff and running people over. It's like, huh. So this is what GTA would have been like if it was made in 1985 or something, because that's like, it's kind of super weird and like taking me out of it. It's got like a lot of like pop fiction references too to just like weird old 80s and 90s sci-fi, like Back to the Future, Bill and Ted, Terminator, all this other weird stuff. But so yeah, that was interesting. And then I went back to playing. Actually, I think I started playing something else because I was like, Guacamole. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I forgot to get.
I agree with that statement.
Shut up, RPG. But I was playing. I started Rayman Origins. That game, I got hooked on that game. That game is like really interesting because the platforming. It's a platformer, so it's similar to Mario, but it's different. It's like I don't even know what the hell's going on. It's so insane. Like that game is just like craziness.
I love how you said it's a platformer, so it's similar to Mario. We can't just assume all platformers are similar to Mario just because Mario's a platformer.
No, I'm just saying like the mechanics is like not every platformer has like this one is similar to that. It doesn't have a time limit. You do just like go and like jump, and there's underwater sections. Oh, and there's these really cool sections when you're on this thingy that flies and it shoots out stuff, and you have to like, it's like a 2D. It's so cool. There's like so much variety in that game. It's like I'm sorry. It's just a really good game. I'm just gonna say it's a really good game, and you should play it if you haven't played it. And like back in the day, or years ago, I'm sorry, when this game came out, because it wasn't back in the day. It wasn't that long. Years ago when this game came out, people were like,
it just came out like last year or something.
Oh man, this game's so awesome. Or oh man, everybody needs to play this game. Or oh man, this game is blah 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 blah. And it's one of those games where it's like, dude, dude, they were right. They were right, man. And yeah, some of the platforming is a bit weird, but it's still good. Like, I have no idea what the hell's going on, but it's like, I don't care about the story because it's so fun. It's like one of those games. It's like, oh, well, it's so lighthearted and fun romp through this weird dreamland, I guess. And like, apparently,
It's not Kirby.
something happened where something, I don't know what's going on. It's weird, but yeah, there's these weird, ridiculously overly endowed women that have really large those things, and they like you free them and they give you powers. I was like, what's going on? This is super weird, but whatever. Yeah, it's French or made by French people, so I don't know. Maybe that's why Ubisoft. I don't know. Or maybe it wasn't their French division.
The
It was
French
like,
are weird.
it was like their French Canadian division. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm not saying they're all weird, or
I'm
100%
not saying they're
weird. They might
not.
be like 25 to 30% weird, but it's weird enough. You'll know when you played RPG. You'll be like, what is this? So-
I have played it
Oh,
before.
well. And would you qualify it as weird?
Not really. I've
Oh.
played weird stuff before, so I mean,
Well, you have played weird stuff. When you're playing Japanese stuff compared to French stuff, I mean,
Yeah.
clearly Japan's going to take the weird hat from the French every
from
time.
Japan. Shenanigans.
But yeah, Rayman Origins really awesome, and I think that's all I've been playing. So yeah.
Are you sure?
I can't. I'm not going to talk about the stuff I was playing. It's Star Wars related, but I'm not going to talk about it.
Ew.
So.
Yeah, don't talk
But it
about
still
that,
holds up. That's all that matters.
'cause
I didn't break any
Star
controllers or
Wars.
anything.
that's good.
Actually, I breezed right through it, and like it felt like a very short amount of time because I was like playing it and I finished it. I was like, wow, that felt like it was, if not as much time, less time than playing a Call of Duty game. And back in the day, games were just but then I was like, well, maybe my skill level in gaming is just like way better, and I can just like breeze through games like this. I don't know, but yeah, it's like it made me like think like back in the day, it was like if games are just as expensive and like just as short, then like why didn't people ever complain about it then or something? I don't know. So whatever.
It costs more.
So yeah, somebody else can talk about what they've been playing. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wolf Among Us Episode 3. I forgot Tropical brought it up in the pre-show, thank goodness. So I have like an image here. However, I'm just gonna say Episode 3, dude, that was so good. Like, so good. And it's so cool what they do. What do you call that thing, Tropical, when like you're talking about like how we used to do the podcast and like we just start? What's that called? Like a cold opening or something?
What?
The thing when like you start the show, like a TV show or something, and like the credits
It's a
start
cold open.
after the like first scene or something.
It's a cold open.
Oh.
Yes, that it's like,
Yeah.
oh dude, they do that in this episode. It is just so brutal. It's just I was like, oh my gosh, like it gets you like they did that for the first two episodes,
Spoil
but
it.
this one. No, they do it for the first two episodes. This one is like it's like oh, it gets you right there, and it's just like oh, it's so good. It's just like just ate it up. It's delicious and just
Oh
man,
my.
it just like grabs you by the neck and you're like, oh, I want more. Yes.
Wow.
And yeah,
You're
just
you're
like-
into some interesting stuff there.
no, I meant to,
Second.
that came out wrong. That came out wrong, but I meant to that you know what I'm saying. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do know what you're saying. That's why. I know exactly what you're saying. I'm not judging. It's okay. We all have our things.
Or after you ate it up, it was like, do you want more? And I was like, yeah, I want more. And then yeah, it gave me more, and I was like, oh yeah, and then yeah,
All right.
so good. What? It was a delicious dish. That's what it gave me.
Just digging yourself deeper there. Just
And I ate it all, and I can't wait for episode 4. It's just so good, delicious.
Wow.
But that is
Wow.
what I've been playing.
I don't know if I can follow that up. So yeah, why don't you try Tropical?
Okay. Yeah, I finally finished the second episode of Wolf Among Us, and I'm not really sure how I feel about the game so far. So I think I have to wait until the last episode is released and I finish that one, because part of it is sort of frustrating when you're sitting there trying to solve the mystery, and then you don't have the clues. Like, you can't, because the mystery presumably lasts throughout the entire season.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. In the first episode, they present you, someone asks you something of like, who do you think did it? But like, you don't even have like
Yeah.
the information you need to like even make a valid judgment on it. So I was just like, well, I think it might be this dude. But then going forward after having met this person, I was like, oh, it's probably not that person.
Yeah. So they just want you to guess. And then the second one, it was getting pretty cool. It's like, oh, the mystery is very interesting. I'm very enthralled in what's going on right now. But at the same time, I'm sitting there thinking about it, like, there's no way to tell. Like, there's still 3 more episodes, and so, compared to Walking Dead, where Walking Dead is sort of the way the comic books and the TV show are. It just seems like it could go on forever. If they wanted to, they could just keep writing it on and on and on. So the game is kind of like that. You don't feel like, where is this gonna end up after I finish playing 3 more episodes? But The Wolf Among Us is like that. You're thinking, oh, there's 3 more episodes, so obviously I'm not gonna know the thing right now. But because you're playing it, and they sort of structure the game as a mystery game, you feel like you can try to figure it out, but you can't. And so, yeah, I don't know if it works well for the game or not. But so far, yeah, the story is very interesting, and so I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. And because I didn't finish episode 2 until today, I don't have to wait for episode 3 because it's already there. Woo!
But then you're gonna have to wait for episode 4 and 5, though.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if I
joke's on
should
you.
not. Anyway.
Don't do it yet,
Yeah,
Tropical.
no, this was probably my most productive game week in a long time. I finished Second Son, the good playthrough,
Gasp.
and I played through it pretty sloppily, which means there's a lot of stuff I didn't do. Like the other games, you have to take over or kick out the DUP in lots of different territories, so you make them
What's the
your own.
DUP in that thingy?
The Department something protection, United Protection. I don't know.
Of something protection.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well.
Delson calls them the dupe throughout the whole thing, so that's what I know them as. I was Delson, and they're the dupe, and I fought lots of dupes. But yeah, so I finished the good path, but I mostly didn't play any of the games, so I barely touched any of the side missions, except the spray paint ones, because I really like those. And yeah, the boss fights. I heard that the boss fights were really stupid, and I don't know if they were exciting. I think, but I guess maybe they weren't that challenging. It's just like the bosses had a lot of health, so it took a little while, and you had to be on the ball and not get hit a lot. But other than that, it wasn't that hard. But it was, yeah, there were some really epic moments. I thought the game was, I guess it was basically on the level of Infamous 2.
Was
Where
the fate of the
Infamous
world on
2
the line in this one?
Nope, not really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Justin's kind of lazy, isn't he?
it was not as big a deal as Infamous 2 was. But yeah, Infamous 2 I felt was a huge improvement over the first one, and this one is exciting in the way that Infamous 2 was, but I don't think it's way better in any way, except graphically. So
Obviously.
I guess that's worth it. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna let the game go for. Oh man, my PS4 borked again, so
No.
it's auto.
Oh my.
Ooh.
I'm just like, I'm glad. On the one hand, I'm glad that I'm the only person I know who has this problem, but it sucks that it had to be me.
Yeah,
Is
that's what
it still the eject button or is it something else?
I'm pretty sure it's software now, because after I contacted Sony support and they told me to basically reinstall my system, like a clean install of Windows. And so yeah, basically that's what I did, and it was fine for, I don't know, it's been a month or something like that. And so if it wasn't software, that wouldn't have done anything. It would have just been the same.
Yeah.
But throughout this month, nothing happened. And then one day, and I'm still not sure what causes it. I think, yeah, something gets overwritten incorrectly, and then it just gets these false messages to eject the disk. Because what happened last time? This time it was we switched to Chromecast using just the HDMI automatically switches to the right signal. And so we started something on Chromecast, and then I heard the PlayStation beep. And I was like, uh-oh. And then I didn't hear it again for a day or two. Then I heard it, and it just started auto-ejecting. It's like, oh, dang it.
Was there an update recently or something?
No, there wasn't.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, yeah, in the normal course of using the system, and since I guess it's new and it's complicated, someone is doing something wrong, and it is messing up my system. So now I'm like, oh, well, that's terrible. I'm not really sure what to do. I mean, if it's software, see, the sucky part is I bought so many digital games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have bandwidth caps also, but I guess they're not as enforced here. But when they say that, it's like, well, the letter says it's this much, but if they don't enforce it, usually, like, that doesn't mean they will never enforce it. And so if I happen to hit my bandwidth, which is really easy with PS4 games that are like 50 gigs, that's 5 games. If I download 5 games, not even my entire library, that's my entire month.
That's what happened with me. I had to download Batman twice because I thought I could copy it over from my other computer, and I didn't want to waste downloading it again, but it was too big, so I had to download it twice, and it was like 36 gigabytes. So it burned through a lot of bandwidth doing that. I was like, oh.
Yeah. See, I think, and Steam already has something like this where you can back up the data, right?
Yeah.
I think they need something like that for PS or just game systems in general, because the bandwidth cap thing is sucky, but it's a reality that we have to deal with right now. And so I think I could easily solve my problem for another month or so if I just reformat my system again. But then I have to get my games again. It's like, ugh. And I can't do that. I already did that, and I don't want to burn through all my bandwidth just getting my games again. So for now, I think I'm just gonna abandon my PS4. For the most part, like before, I was leaving it on so that I could do its system updates automatically and things like that, and that's really nice and convenient. And also, I could just turn it on with my Vita at any point in any room of the house, so that was really cool. But now it's like, well, if I leave it plugged in, occasionally it will start auto ejecting. So now I just leave it unplugged, and I'll just plug it in when I want to play stuff. But it gave me a.
When you say you leave it on, you mean like in the with the red light mode thingy on, or is it like actually on?
The standby mode.
Oh.
Yep. Weird. But I sort of realized, well, I have lots of PS3 games to play and PS2 games at that, so
yes, you do.
I'll just move my PS3 into the primary position now, and then work on that. And occasionally, when it strikes my fancy, I will plug in the PS4 and play something on there. So yeah, I picked up The Run back when it was super cheap, and I thought it's probably pretty short. I don't know how the game is, so I'll just check it out. Played through it. It was actually pretty enjoyable. I thought the premise of the premise is, I guess, sort of goofy and also kind of awesome. It's this guy is in trouble with some people or something, or owes them money or something, who knows, and is convinced to do this race across the US and win a bunch of money. And so the game it's split up into levels still. I mean, it is a PS3, but every level is sort of themed and decorated according to a certain part of the trip across the US. And there were 2 actually levels in Wisconsin, and one of them that's closer to me is like It's weird. Like, it doesn't. The layout is not right, but it feels like the highways around here. I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. And like the area that was in Chicago and Kennedy Expressway is like, yeah, this. I don't think it's exactly the same, but it feels like that road. Well, except the traffic. There was no traffic. But other than that, yeah, it's like,
That,
wow,
that would
this
make
feels
racing a
like
little
Chicago.
difficult.
And then I don't know. I like these sort of asynchronous competitive type features that are in games, and the run has auto log, so it shows people on my friends list and like how quickly they were able to get through each stage. And so the way it works is you get 5 restarts per state or per like race area, and every time you use one, like the timer keeps counting. So if you use all your restarts and then you finish that one section of the race, then obviously you've added on the time of all of your retries. And then, so there's that, and then plus you can choose different cars. And then you get to compete with your friends, like, oh, how quickly were you able to get through each of the stages? And it's sort of cumulative. Like, there's a lot of sections in every stage, and then there's 10 different stages. And there's some goofy parts where you're like running on foot, trying to get away from cops and whatnot. But other than that, yeah, the racing was fun. The stages were, I guess, nice to look at.
Are all the on-foot sections QTEs like the stuff that they showed at E3 that one year?
Yeah, that's kind of what was wrong with them. I don't know why they could have done it in a really cool way. You could have foot races, but if they had done it, like the first time we saw those kind of things in Call of Duty, where you're in sort of a cinematic moment, like you have to grab something, and then it shows you the button prompts, and you sort of look at those and you think, oh, that makes sense for those buttons to be what I'm doing right, or to be the analogy for what I'm doing right now. Trying to think of any of them. Oh, like the ice climbing part in that one Call of Duty is like, oh, so yeah, using the triggers to control my left and right hands, like that sort of makes sense. And so they could have done something like that with the run too, and adapt the, however strange it may be, adapt the controls that you were using for driving for on foot chases. And then I think people would have been like, oh, that's kind of neat. But instead it was just, oh, yeah, mash the X button like you would expect in a QTE, and then push this button to jump. And then you will slow-mo jump over this thing. And then you have to fight this guy. So push triangle, and then push square at the right time, or he'll punch you, and you fail, and then you have to start over. But yeah, I thought it was not bad. There's a lot of content, actually, beyond just the run, like sort of single player campaign. There's also a challenge series, so they take each of the environments that they made, and then they put you through different races in those areas. So it's sort of, I guess it's a way to pad the game and add more races to the game outside of the story, but you're still playing as the same guy because you can clearly see him in the car. It's like, yep, that's the same guy, but you're just doing it for like fastest times and medals and stuff, and it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's good. I like it. Man, I wish they would make a Frostbite 3 version of it, though. The Run 2. Because some of it looked very rough. And when you're going that fast on narrow roads and there's traffic going both ways, if it's too pixely in the distance, you can't tell what's a car, what's another racer. And because if it's a racer, you can sort of hit him in the back and it'll be okay. But if it's another car, then you just crash and wreck out instantly. It's like an instant death. So a next-gen version would be nice.
Well, they're Need for Speed, and I believe they make them every year, if not every other year. So, could be in the cards, Shop Nicole.
I would be okay with that. I'm actually okay with the Need for Speed games now. Then, so I went on my Telltale kick and played through Walking Dead episode 2 of season 2.
What did you think of the
No.
or the what did you think, Tropical? Yeah.
Spoilers.
Or without spoiling for RPG, because you know he's a jerk and hasn't played it.
Hey, in my defense, I don't like waiting, so I want to play them all at once.
Oh man.
So you're going to wait to play all of them at once?
Yes, that's the plan.
I think I prefer it this way, just because it's like.
Because that's what I'm doing.
I think when I play them like multiple episodes over a short period, it just is more emotionally draining on me. Whereas this, it's like I have that, but then I get over it, and then I just like, all right, let's do it again.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess good. Like it's Walking Dead, and it's weird. I guess to me, the more important parts are the parts where nothing is really happening, and I don't think the choices even really matter.
Yeah, like the part with the table, that was incredible. That was so smart what they did.
Yeah.
It was like, you jerks. I didn't even think they would do that, and they totally did. And it's like, oh, you're gonna make me choose?
Yeah, it was like none of the choices made me wait or made me sit there and think as long as that one.
I know, that was so cool.
Everything else in the episode was just like, oh yeah, obviously, this is Clementine, the Clementine that I raised as Lee, and so she is. You know, I can make her perfectly the way that I raised her before because I am her now.
It's funny because like in PC, it's like I totally went to like, yep, we're all gonna die. Everybody dies. Like it got like really dark, and like when the dude is asking you like what you think of the future, it's like I completely forgot my teachings of it'll get better when it's like nope, everything's effed. We're all effed. It's no, just done. Just
that sounds like Clementine.
Well, if you've been through what I've been through RPG as her, it's like, dude, no way. I have seen some stuff.
She's seen things.
And done some stuff, too, so, yeah.
I mean, we've all killed a few people. It happens. Some of them deserved it, because they started it. And I finished it.
Can't wait to hear these stories about how it's like sometimes just an ice cold killer. It's so terrible.
Yeah, really, like the choices that all stuck with me. I mean, I remember the sort of major plot beats, but the stuff that mattered most to me was saying the right things, and that's sort of weird, I guess, because I don't think the dialogue choices matter that much. There are parts where it matters, but a lot of the parts, I don't think it really matters, but it matters to me. And it's like, oh, it makes it the perfect story, I guess.
Do they still do that thing where it's like this person will remember that or something?
Yeah, they still write that in the corner. It's just
right up until they die. It's like, okay.
There was one like that. It's like, oh, he will remember this. Like, well, it's not gonna be for very long. Come on, we all know what's coming. Yeah, not too much to say about it. But
It's the season pass for that.
Can't wait to see what comes next. Is it 20?
I think it was on sale for like 15 for a while.
Oh yeah, when it first came out, because
It might
they
be 20
messed
now,
up something.
Oh, that's more than the Wolf Among Us one.
It's newer.
Guess, but still, they're like basically coinciding with releases now, though.
So yeah. Oh, and then finally I played Batman Arkham Origins some more on PC, and it's really cool that it looks really nice and plays really well, but it sucks that it crashes a lot.
That sucks. 'Cause I haven't played it
And
yet.
so, I mean, sometimes it's okay because it seems to autosave quite a bit, but it crashes in such a way that is very annoying to get out of because it crashes and then messes up the resolution, the screen resolution, and then Steam gets messed up So Steam thinks it's running at a resolution that it's not running at. And so all the buttons are the active areas on the screen are in the wrong places. So I can't click on anything in Steam. So I have to shut down Steam and then restart it, and then I can restart the game. It's very annoying. But yeah, I'm starting to get into the story. I wasn't really into Arkham Origins story before because there was just one case deduction that Batman did, and I sat there and was like, that made no sense. I mean, how could you possibly know any of those things?
Because he's
And-
Batman. Duh. That's kind of like his whole shtick, isn't it?
Well, okay, so
It's like, there's a bowl of
Dark.
Jello here, so that means
goes
Joker
in-
must
goes
have
to
did
the
this.
room, and he's like, "Oh, this DNA, this body here looks like this guy, but I can't tell without a DNA analysis, and I can't do that out in the field." And then he goes over to the other thing and says, okay, this blood belongs to this person because the DNA is a match." And I was just like, didn't you just say you can't do DNA analysis out in the field?
It's like, shut up, Tropical, I'm Batman.
And then he does like 2 or 3 other DNA comparisons, and then is like, okay, now I need to go to this place to get DNA data on the first guy. and then when he figures out that part, is like, what? That I don't know. Not even you.
The world's greatest detective?
And then, so, yeah, that sort of threw me when I first played it. But this time I was like, okay, I already know this part is goofy and makes no sense to me. Let's move along. And I got past that part and then like, that part and a few other story beats. I was like, oh, wow, it's actually getting really interesting to me.
Did you get to the bank yet?
The bank. Is it... yeah.
Yeah, that's the part where it's like,
Bank.
yeah.
Hell. Wait, it's that bank, right?
I think there's only one bank tropical.
I don't know. I've only been to one bank.
Never mind then.
Because you go to a bank, right, and then you go to a hotel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well,
yes,
actually, I'm
I've
thinking.
seen the bank.
Well, okay, are you
That's
talking about
great.
the hotel where the crime scene is, or the hotel where you go to do something else?
Oh my.
Because
The
there's
hotel is after the bank, right?
Yeah.
So you go to the bank, and then you find out some stuff.
Yeah,
and then
that's the part I'm talking about.
you follow to the hotel.
Yeah.
And the hotel's like really tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the hotel part, the end of the hotel
Yeah.
part, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was
that
great.
is so cool.
That was like, yep.
I am so into the story now, but it was neat because
He has no idea. He's like, who's this guy? That's what made it so great. It's like, oh, he has no idea. It's like, and it's like, oh, it's like, 'cause it's him starting, so it's like, he has no idea who's
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just like, oh, so delicious. Mm.
Is it
So good.
delicious?
Yep, I played it 3 times. Well,
Oh
more than
my.
that, but I will end up playing it more than that. But I've played it like 3 times already, so
I'll
each
play
time
when
was
it's free.
just as good as the first.
Yeah, I got there, and then that was really awesome. And then a thing happened, and I was very grateful to the developers because suddenly
Yeah,
there's a
no.
lull. There's a lot of open world games where, for example, like Mass Effect. When I played through it, it felt like the main mission was very urgent all the time, and so the side quests just seemed very trivial to me. Like, none of these matter because, if this one thing happens, the galaxy is gone, and all of your little problems are just that. They're little problems. You won't even have them anymore. And so, with Arkham City, even though something happened to Batman, it did feel like Batman would be the type to just be, no, even though this is happening and this is really urgent, those things are also really urgent too. Besides, I care less about myself than all these other things going on. And so he would go and do all those things. And so with Origins, there's a very obvious part. There's an obvious break, I think, in the story. It was like, okay, this thing is over. The thing I've been doing since the beginning is over. this thing seems to have taken care of itself. There's this other thing, but that's not really that urgent. That guy's not going anywhere. So now I can go and deal with all these other people who have been calling me up all night, like this guy and this guy, and I'll just go deal with all those things before I go examine that one thing. And so that's where I am now, where stuff has gone down and it just seems like, oh, we're good. I just got to deal with all these other people. And so I'm going around dealing with all the other people. And hopefully not. Oh, Riddler, man. So much stuff.
He seems nice.
Yeah. Hopefully there's not too much of his stuff, and then I'll be able to get back to that other thing that I should get to at some point. But really, like, he's not going anywhere. Yeah, man. I'm considering just going back and playing the PS3 one, because I have it, and it doesn't crash like this.
Oh.
Although it's gotten more glitchy as the game has progressed. So throughout most of the part,
See,
before
I'm so concerned now because I thought they had fixed the game.
Yeah.
I hadn't played it on PC, so I thought it was like a stable version, but apparently not.
Well, I mean, my PC is sort of weird because it has the 2 graphics cards, so that might have something to do with it. But no, there's parts where I'll turn on detective vision and I'll suddenly see 3 thugs sort of fall out of the sky, land, and I'll go over to them and everyone will be in combat stances, but I can't hit them and they can't hit me. And the only way I can take them out is to constantly like manually aim batarangs and throw them at them.
That's strange.
And it's just like, okay, they aren't where they think they are, or I'm not where I think I am, and that's why we can't hit each other. And then because technically it was your game that had or was it Gamer? The one
where he couldn't get the last Riddler thing?
Yeah.
That was him.
I'm worried that something like that will happen.
It will.
I had something like that happen in my third play, or my second playthrough on my new game. I don't know. One of the other, after the first ones, when like I was getting all the communication towers from the Riddler, and then I got to the last one and I couldn't get it, and I was like, what? And I was really angry because I was doing a video series for that on YouTube, so I had to, I was very angry. I was like, I can go back and restart a new game plus for this file, or I can, I don't know. So yeah, I was doing all the Riddler stuff, and then it just wouldn't let me get to the last one, and I was like, no. So yeah.
It's terrible. Yeah, I guess the other thing about side quests in Batman is that none of them are really, because you're not fighting against, you're not trying to save the world, really. You're taking down the criminals, so all of the side criminals are also criminals. So it never feels trivial in the way that some side quests in some other games feel to me. It's like, this is what Batman would do. This is his obsession. So that's how I'm gonna play him. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Should I go now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I won't.
Why?
So okay. I've been I played Hearthstone, that thingy.
Hearthstone.
That game, that thing, for a while, because I had started playing through the tutorial like a while ago, but then I finally went ahead and finished it. So I started playing like some of the casual matches online and stuff, but then once I started playing people and I realized there are like other characters or whatever, and some people have like these, I guess, like souped up cards or something, and I'm just like, I can't even stand a chance against some of them. So it's that was not cool at first at all. But then I started buying like the expert packs from like the casual matches, from getting like the points and stuff. So I was able to at least like beef up my my starter deck thingy, so I could at least do stuff. And then I tried unlocking the other characters, I guess, because that's apparently a thing. So I beat the warrior and the rogue thing, but I haven't actually used them because that required me to build a new deck, and that's work. So
I think you also unlock characters by beating them in casual matches.
do
Or
you?
maybe it's ranked matches.
I think
Yeah,
it would
that
probably have
happened
to
to
be
me.
ranked because I haven't gotten any from beating anyone in the casual matches. So it'd have to be in the ranked one.
Because I got one of those, and I don't think I've won a ranked match yet.
Weird. How did that work? Weird. But yeah, it's I mean, the game is pretty like straightforward for a card battle game for the most part, except for like I guess once you get into like class abilities and equipable weapons for your character and stuff. So it's I've been kind of playing around with my deck to try to, I guess, do something with it until I can figure out how to not lose against people. So I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard because if everybody already has awesome cards, I'm kind of already left behind. So yeah, I'm not really sure how the matchmaking works in that game because some people have some really strong decks. So I just assume everyone's cheating. So it's how I figure that's going. And I'm the only honest player in the game. It's sad, really. But I think I spent like a few hours on that, and then I started playing Destiny of Spirits, which is like the Hearthstone version of Pokemon, I guess. And that it's like
Really?
it's like the poor man's Pokemon kind of thing. Because I mean, it's easy to pick up because all you need is space on your memory card because it's free. So
Space on your memory card.
you know, so, I mean,
A super poor man.
yeah.
Well, except you have to buy a Vita.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
Then you became a poor man.
yeah, so that's how it happened. Also, there's no Pokemon on the Sony platform, so that. But yeah, basically the game works where it's like you just get these spirits. Each day you can like Destiny summon with someone that's I guess like a compatible match for you or something, and it like spawns a spirit every day, and both of you get whatever it is. So you can get them that way, or you can like summon them through getting summon stones from winning matches against chaos spirits, or you can like use destiny stones or something, but those are a lot rarer, and since it's free to play you can buy the stones and stuff because yeah it's very free to play ish. That's how they get you. So but yeah, basically you just kind of just take your spirits and you pick your little party, and based on the element types and all this other crap, they kind of just pick a party, go into battle, and rinse and repeat until you kill things, and then you get more spirits, and then you just keep the cycle going. So it's pretty simple. It's not a very difficult game to play, but it could be. I don't know. I've cleared about oh, and it also you clear areas based on I guess like the region you're in, because it based on your, I guess wherever they figure out your location based on your internet, and then you start clearing areas based on that, and yeah, I think I cleared like 14 or 15 areas so far, so I've just been periodically doing it and just going in to get my login bonuses each day. So that's pretty much it on that front. I've been playing Arkham City. Yeah, I was like, I don't know which one. I don't remember which one it was. It's one of the ones I've been playing.
One of those. The free one.
The free one now. Yeah, 'cause I already beat Arkham Asylum, so yeah. But I've been playing Arkham City, and it kind of made me realize I'm a terrible Batman, so I should probably never look into doing that if I decide to take vengeance for my parents being murdered by a thug or something. I'd be terrible at it. So I'll just go to supervillain route. Seems easier and more violent. So there's that. I what did I get to? Because I think, yeah, because after the Catwoman thing, I think Joker poisons Batman or something with his blood, which brings up a whole list of issues with that whole scene in general. But I just let it go because I was like, it's a video game. It's not completely realistic. It's okay. It's okay. So I kind of just had to push that out of my mind for a minute. And then I started. I had to do that thingy where you find Mr. Freeze or something because I guess he was kidnapped. Because I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with that whole side stuff that's going on in the story. But I figured this game, the story seems like it's similar to the No Man's Land arc thingy that they had before. Was it like one of those was like a while ago or something?
Kind of.
Because it kind of seems like it's somewhat. I mean, it's obviously not completely similar because I think there was like disasters or something that caused that whole arc or something. But it seems like it's kind of similar with the villains being dumped off into one place and they're all like, "Yay, free reign of Gotham" or whatever's going on. So I still think it's a terrible idea that they did this, but okay. I mean, I don't know. Also, is Batman capable of just leaving this place at any time? Is he like? Could he have just not have stayed in there?
Possible. Well, I mean, the bat plane we know is around, so he can fly.
Huh. Yeah. Because when Robin came in, I was like, "Yay, Robin!" And I knew he wasn't the crappy one because Barbara's Oracle in this one already. So I was like, "Yay, it must be Tim and not stupid Nightwing." Because ew. And I know it wasn't Jason because he's like always dead in every continuity or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, when he came in, I was like, "Wait, if he got in, then couldn't I technically have just gotten out all this time a while ago and just let them just do whatever they're doing in here?" Because I mean. They seem to be
RPG,
more or less.
Someone knows his secret identity. He has to stop them.
I mean, but if he tells
Batman doesn't get out. If there are bad guys, he's gonna stay there, no matter how much it sucks.
But I mean, my thing is though, it's like
shut them down.
They're
Obsession.
not really. I mean, they're not really like doing anything to Gotham. They're kind of just like running their own little mini city. So I feel like
something is happening. He wants to know what.
I don't know.
Joker is there. He must be there too.
Is that how it works for Optical?
Basically.
Because I feel like there's at a lot of points I'm like, I could really just leave. They'll all eventually kill each other anyway because a lot of them don't really seem all that loyal to each other, especially when you hear like the criminals, like you can overhear them talking about how they'll join.
Really funny.
They're like, "Oh yeah, it's like we'll just betray this guy," and it's like, "Oh, Joker's almost dead anyway, so I might as well join the other guy." It's like no one here is loyal to anyone, so I mean, I could just leave them to kill themselves at this point, and it'll all resolve itself.
Did you hear the one? There was, I think it's like two guys talking about Arkham City. Tekken, did you hear that one?
No.
They're just like,
I might have.
what the heck? Like Arkham City? What's next? Arkham State?
I think it,
Arkham Planet?
I've heard
Arkham
that
freaking
one.
That was really funny.
That would probably pose a problem if they
Planet?
became Arkham State, because then it's like clearly they're expanding. This should be stopped before it gets out of hand.
Hilarious.
But I mean, it's like, I don't know, I just feel like they don't really seem to be doing anything that bad to anything outside of Arkham City. So it's like, I could just leave and just let you guys have at it. So, good luck with that. But yeah, so I'm not really sure what's my motivation to stop these criminals from being criminals inside of their insane asylum/jail thing. So I don't know. I guess maybe I'll find something that's worth stopping soon or something, maybe. I don't know. But I started doing some of the side missions, like the one with what's the guy's name? The one who cuts himself.
Zaz.
Yeah, that dude. He's kind of crazy. But he should get that looked at. Also, do they not have psychiatrists? But then again, that's how Harley Quinn happened. So never mind. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I also just I think the I just finished up the boss fight with Solomon Grundy, which was kind of sad because I mean I don't really know him from the comics. I only really know him from like the cartoons, and he was never like a villain. So I kind of felt bad, killing him because it's like this isn't really. It's like he's not really evil or anything. He's kind of like forced into this, so it's kind of messed up. But who should have got killed? It was Penguin, 'cause that guy's a jerk, making me go through all that. So it's
Grundy
like,
doesn't die though.
I mean, he kind of did. I mean, for now anyway, because I mean, yeah, he doesn't die, but still, it's like he didn't deserve to, have his heart ripped out and all that jazz. It's like he was just minding his own business. He's all like, "Oh, look at me, I'm all chained up. Hope nobody comes down here and violently murders me." So that
That's totally what happened, RPG. That is so accurate. 100%.
I feel like that's what was going on. He was down there chilling, and all of a sudden, it's like, "Oh, look at this! I have a friend now." Wait, why is my friend ripping out my heart and murdering me? I don't know, but he should probably stop. So of course he was all self-defending himself because it's like, "Hey, dude, stop trying to kill me." So I feel like I was the villain in that sense because it's like, hey, he was minding his own business. So once I finally got a chance to, punch Penguin in the face for that, he kind of deserved it because I'm like, hey, why'd you make me do this, jerk? So, yeah, that made me sad. I feel sorry for Grundy. I apologize, Grundy. So, yeah. Actually, I think I went farther than that, didn't I? Because there is after Penguin him. Actually, I have no idea what's after that. What's after that?
If you hit the part with Robin, then you should be farther than the Penguin
I
thing.
am. I am farther than that. No, I did. I had to do so. Oh yeah, because I had just finished up with Raish, that guy, the Raish guy.
Yeah, that part's cool.
Him and his magical powers that he shouldn't have. What the hell? What's going on there? There's just I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'll be off to get my cure for my magic blood transfusion that I shouldn't have gotten in the first place because, man, so many things wrong with that. So many things. But it's okay. Joker's insane. You have to expect that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. How much is left in that after the cure stuff?
When they're like doing that countdown to Operation or whatever the dude calls it.
Oh yeah, it's Protocol 10.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Like the sooner you get to like 0 or whatever it's a countdown. I forget if it's like a percentage up or down, but like the sooner you get to that, like that's how close you are to the end.
Ah, interesting. I see. So I guess I'm not too far from the end then, because I think he was like on 2 hours or 2 or 3 hours. He said last time, maybe. So I can't be too far off.
Sure.
So I'll probably be finishing that soonish. But yeah, I always end up having to like fight everything head on because I'm like terrible at stealth games. So I should probably never play them, but I do because I like to punish myself sometimes. So that happens. So because there's been like several battles where I was like, I mean there've been a couple that I've actually been able to get through by just stealth killing or not killing them because Batman doesn't kill the silent takedown thingies for like some scenarios, but then there's some where it's like I think it's because I guess like Penguin's men had those heart monitor things or whatever, which kind of like ruins stuff because then it's like I'll start taking people down and then Penguin's like, oh, I lost people, and then they'll start searching and I'm like, son of a bitch, because now they're all running around and all alert and stuff. It's like you're ruining everything. So it's like yeah, and then they have guns, and guns are bad. So
You know the grapple thing in Arkham Origins. Oh, what's it called? Like the tether.
Mhm.
It makes stealth segments so easy.
I mean,
Does
Are
like
you talking
it-
about the death, whatchamacallit?
is it
What
the
Yeah.
Death
zip
stroke gadget?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that out. I thought that too when I
Because
got
like
that.
overhead takedowns were something that you sort of had to set up and earn, but with that, you can basically achieve the same thing from anywhere
anywhere.
Yeah,
and
after I
do
figured
it
out how
all
to do
willy
that, I was like, holy
nilly.
crap, this is like, we can only do 3 of them in a room though, so you only have to
Yeah,
limit.
but
So.
still, it's just like whoop whoop whoop.
And-
Okay,
and
3
you-
are gone.
And you can't do it on armored opponents.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're too heavy
Okay, so
apparently.
there are some wrinkles. Yeah, I guess I thought it broke when it hit a railing or something, but I tried it on one of those guys with the jamming backpacks, and it doesn't work on them either.
Oh no. Maybe they're too heavy.
But yeah, that was like my favorite new gadget, just to like F with the guards with it. It's like, haha, you don't know where it's coming from. Just freak him out.
The other one is like there's those explosive barrels, which somehow don't kill them, but knock them out really well with the tether. I was like, okay.
I've used like the explosive gels in battle before, and they're kind of useful for crowd
That's fun.
clearing and stuff. Because especially since you can like quick do them, so it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I could set these up and then and use like a bunch of different gadgets in with the quick fire stuff. So that's kind of useful. And then
I wish
blowing
Batman
them
would
up.
like spray the guys though, like Robin Flash.
I feel like that would kill them. So
Just a dab. He doesn't have to draw a bat. Just a dab.
he does seem very intent on drawing bats with that too. I mean, it's kind of like, dude,
It's very
just
detailed.
I know, right? It's like just make a circle or something, make a blob. What are you doing? It's like we don't have time for this. This is an art project. So it's like,
For an X, like a normal person.
yeah, like what are you doing right now?
It's like no one's gonna see this.
Exactly. It's like, who are you doing this for? And you're gonna blow it up in like a few seconds anyway. What the hell? Okay.
Robin draws an R.
Does he?
Yeah.
Robin. Well, at least he doesn't draw like a bird or something. It's just like goes to this whole detailed
Maybe they
mosaic
draw
and stuff.
What are you doing? It's a bird.
It's like, dude, you're just gonna blow it up. You don't need to graffiti the damn thing. It's like, guys, you just don't understand the obsession. Obsession. So maybe that is like his going thing. He is obsessed. Bat themed
Yeah.
everything and staying in places he really doesn't need to stay in. It's like, this guy. Just let it go, Batman. Let it go. Did he ever catch the guy that killed his parents in the comic?
I don't know.
Mm. There are different variations. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Like I think there is the version in the comics that's from the movie, right? Where someone else shot him, and then it was just like, well, I never got my revenge. And then there was one version where that guy, or no, I guess that was the movie, where they made him the Joker.
Ah.
It was me.
No, in the movie it was Two-Face, or I think it was Two-Face or the
Joker
one
would
of those
totally
two.
do that. Although, but then that would kind of present him with a problem because it's like he refuses to kill for one, so it's like he'll never really be able to ever avenge them, I guess.
Oh, you're talking about Batman, not Robin.
Oh, Batman, yeah. I mean, I know.
I was confused.
Oh.
I was like,
Oh.
No, I was talking about Batman. I know Robin.
okay,
This
you're
whole,
talking about Robin.
all their shenanigans going on. It's like, nah. I meant Batman. Not yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, because I think it was Two-Face in the movie for Robin, wasn't it? Or one of the movies?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was in the bad movie, though.
yeah.
Never mind. But, so, yeah. Oh. Because I feel like, yeah, he'll... So, technically, he'd always be obsessed no matter what, wouldn't he? Because he'll never be able to really get closure.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's part of Batman.
That's kind of sad when you think about it. Huh. It's kind of terrible, actually.
Oh man, Young Justice is on Netflix now, season 1. So
Wow.
good.
I love that.
That show is
Sad that it
quite
got-
dark.
Yeah, too bad it got
I
canceled.
know, it's like I hear everybody says it's really good, and then I hear it got canceled like after 2 seasons, and now that Tropicals it's on Netflix, and I have to watch it now.
It's even
Was it
worse
only
because
2
it's like,
seasons?
yeah, because
do I
well,
want to? Do I want
they
to
started their like the second season kind of ended on a semi cliffhanger because I guess they were like gonna do the third season with that certain villain thingy, but then it got canceled after that. So because I think around it's like the whole DC Nation thing that whole plot got ripped apart or something. So it was kind of it's kind of sad too because it's like everything was all getting crazy and stuff. And they're like, ha, no third season. So good luck with that, guys.
Yeah, I wanted to see it all this time, and then I was like, oh my gosh, it's on Netflix, and I watched the first season. I was like, wow, this show is really, I think it's darker than any of the other,
It is.
except maybe Batman the Animated Series. It's really dark.
Well, like,
Now I really want to watch it.
it's a pretty great show. It's just sad. It really got screwed over by Cartoon Network, so it's like it's kind of messed up. It's like they kept going on random hiatuses. Hiati? I don't know for hiatus, but that, and it's like it just got screwed over. So it's kind of messed up because it made me sad when I found out it got canceled right after the finale thing. I was like, no, poor K. So
Sucks.
yeah, it did. Because it was pretty awesome. People were dying, and alliances were made, and all kinds of stuff. It was like, man, this next season's gonna be awesome. There's no next season, so yeah. So maybe you should watch the
see
show.
the sequel.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because I have not heard good things about the game. So I hope.
Well,
not.
I mean, as long as it continues the story, I would be okay. But if it doesn't, and it was bad, then eh.
Because I heard they were actually trying to at least try to like conclude stuff with like movies or something, since they couldn't like do another season or something. But
Oh,
nothing
okay.
seems to have come of that yet. So I don't know.
Because like Transformers Prime was concluded in a movie, but I don't think it had anything to do with this messiness.
Oh wow. They probably just wanted to do it. Because I noticed that some of the Transformer Prime finales are kind of like multi-parted and kind of epic and everything. So they probably just wanted to go out with a bang for that one or something. I haven't seen all the seasons of that yet, so I don't know. I did like that show though as well. So yeah. What could have been?
Yeah, I don't think the game is related, really.
I don't think it is either.
All right,
It's a shame session. You should probably not watch the show because you're just gonna make yourself sad.
Well, I mean, only season 1 is on Netflix, so
Yeah, for now until they start season 2, and you're like, yes, next season, and then you're gonna go through it. It's like, crap, no, poor K.
so good.
So yeah, you should probably, if you do watch it, just stop at the first season because I mean it ends like the first
It
season.
ends sort of wrapped up. I mean, there's one thing that's like, oh, but
The first season.
Yeah.
You can kind of and then that way you won't make yourself sad. Just pretend there is no season 2. Just pretend there's no season 2. There is one though, and it's awesome because there are more heroes in it. But don't watch it. Don't watch it. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is that all you can play RPG?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. What is life?
I'll take that as a yes. So, any new stuff happened while I could not access the internet?
Yeah, there's been actually a bunch of game announcements
I saw Smash
over
Brothers.
the
but
past few
that
days.
wasn't a new thing.
Smash Brothers, they announced
I'm sure it's gonna be terrible.
it was like some stuff about
It was so weird.
You
I
know-
was watching that Nintendo Direct and I just did not feel any enthusiasm. I was like, man, I am completely jaded now with Nintendo. It's just like, yes, the divorce is set in. It's like, we're done.
I blame Brawl.
And nothing, and it's never gonna. Only a new Star Fox game can restore Nintendo if you're listening. So you know.
Yeah, they're not doing that.
I
So.
blame money. If it was
Well, they had
all
plenty of it.
or
There was no
cheaper,
excuse for that.
we would totally be playing all that stuff and being excited about it because, I mean, chances
Whoa.
are it's going to be good. It's just that we lack the enthusiasm to actually go and spend
Yeah.
money to get it.
Well, I mean, we all have 3DSs though, so that's probably was their first mistake for
Yeah,
putting
so
it on
we are-
both. So,
I will probably get on 3DS, but
yeah,
you
because
like,
that makes me even less likely to get a Wii U though. So that's probably not a good idea.
I was
In
thinking they
hindsight.
might bundle it, but we'll see with Wii U.
hmm Yeah, but by then
Maybe.
it's too late. I already have it on the 3DS. I'm not gonna buy it again. That's the point. It's like, haha, jokes on you guys.
stages.
Nope. Nope. Although I saw that they some of the character announcements were because I noticed that they did, or I guess like the new Pokemon or whatever. So I'm guessing they took the Pokemon trainer out of this one because Charizard is a character on his own now. So
Huh.
he got announced with Greninja.
Did they
I-
ever? Did they ever?
I don't know
announce
what
the
that
Pokemon
is.
Trainer, or was that just
They didn't.
speculation?
They did not. Well, they didn't announce him previously. People didn't know, but with Charizard as a separate character now, he's probably not going to be in it because now they have 4 Pokemon now because it's Pikachu, Charizard, that Greninja thing, and Lucario. And I think that's usually the quota for Pokemon in the Brawl games or in the Smash Brothers games.
Yeah, it's funny.
so-
Like watching the Nintendo Direct, I was like, I'm just gonna start calling this the Nintendo fan service the game from now on because that's kind of all it is. It's just a bunch of Nintendo stuff thrown together.
Because they've also like split the characters that had like the alternate forms like Samus and Zelda. They're now like
You mean
separate
Samus
characters.
and
Oh,
Zero
you
Suit Samus.
can't.
They're like 2 different
Well,
characters.
no, like Zelda could turn into Sheik before.
Yeah, but now they're 2 different characters as well, apparently. So now you have Zelda Sheik, however you pronounce it. Now Zero Suit Samus with her rocket-powered high heel thingies, and regular suit Samus or armored Samus, or I don't know what that suit's called. So yeah, that one and stuff.
Makes you wonder if they're ever going to like do a crazy crossover game in any other genre, like Nintendo All-Star Kart game, and just replace it with Mario Kart instead of be like, oh, it's just Mario characters. It's all Nintendo characters without whatever.
I mean,
They're lost.
they somewhat do that with Mario Kart already, though, because I mean, like Donkey Kong isn't technically a Mario character anymore, so they somewhat do that with unlockable characters, I guess.
I don't know. He was all throwing barrels at Mario.
Well, I know,
at
but I
one
mean, now
time.
he has his own franchise thingy now, so
Well, I guess Diddy Kong's in there too, so yeah. To an extent, but it's not as crazy as Smash Brothers.
that would be interesting though. But then they'd have to change like some of their power ups and stuff too to kind of reflect that there are other people in the game now. Weird. They should try that.
And maybe they just like, we can only contain this craziness in one franchise. We don't need to milk this cow more than, or the
But
one
if-
teat it has is just enough to, for one genre.
But it might be awesome though. They should do it. Do it.
'Cause I was thinking about that when I was like watching all this the trailer or whatever. I was like, this is so weird. They have all these characters, but they don't ever cross over except for in this one game. Dot dot dot.
They also never. Most of these characters are not seen outside of said game.
Yeah,
so
that too.
it's like if you're not Mario, you're pretty much just kind of tossing a coin if you're gonna get a game. So,
So I was like, yeah, Nintendo, here's an idea. Take all the characters from these games and the franchises, and here, how about you make a game from all those franchises on Wii or 3DS, and then there you go. There's your drought, and it being solved. And
they're like,
there you
we
go.
could do that, or we could release another Mario game. So, yeah.
It's like
We're
you
just
don't
gonna
even-
make
it doesn't
one
have to be
game.
one a year. You can just be like, one per console cycle, and it's like, you don't have to worry about having multiple Zeldas or Marios or whatever. You just have one per franchise, and then there you go.
It's true.
Every
Zelda-
console, one.
Zelda-
You're gonna get
Zelda
one
and
at
Mario is
least.
pretty much the only things you can guarantee are going to be on their consoles. The other ones you kind of just like, I wonder if this is gonna get made. Donkey Kong got lucky.
Yeah.
See. So, the other characters, on the other hand, yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
But yeah, well, The Last of Us on PS4 is real, and they announced it. It's
They did.
called The Last of Us Remastered.
I see
$60, sad, coming out in the summer. Kind of cool, and includes all the
summer.
DLC.
I
So
could
it has
just move up my
Left Behind.
game. My PS4.
No. Stop doing what you're
It's
doing.
like, hey, my favorite game from last year. I'll just rebuy it if it comes bundled. I guess that should be my thingy, my strap, my what's that word?
I have no idea what you're trying to.
Stipulation that is that it has to be bundled with it in order to buy the hardware.
It may be. It's very likely that it would be, since they went through the trouble of remastering it and everything.
It's hard to say. I mean, so it has some of the obvious stuff. So 1080p, targeting 60 frames a second. So that's cool. Comes with the 2 multiplayer packs plus Left Behind.
You don't want to be left behind. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I don't know. They really haven't announced too many of the advancements. All they've announced are pre-order bonuses, which is kind of not cool. But yeah. So we know it exists and it's coming out at the summer, and well, it was awesome. So I guess it's gonna be more awesome on PS4.
Maybe.
Yeah, Gamers tweet was all well, The Last of Us Remastered pre-ordered. Looks like I have to go through 15 to 20 hours of multiplayer again. Smiley face.
The multiplayer was good. I wish I had stuck with it because I don't remember how to play it, and now I get owned.
But now you get to learn
And then
all
my
over again.
survivors group suffers.
Then they were very good survivors to begin with.
They were totally dependent on me.
Oh, yeah. That's the worst kind of survivor.
I failed them. I told you, right? Like you could hook up your Last of Us with Facebook, so your survivors have names of people who are your Facebook friends.
Oh, no.
That is a terrible idea.
I've watched so many friends and family die from
I can
starvation
imagine,
because I couldn't get the supplies.
I can just imagine the Facebook post now. It's like, I've seen so many of you die. So many. Just sitting there with the unshaven face and everything, just in the dark.
Okay, moving on. Borderlands 2, the Vita edition, is coming out May 13th, so that got a release date. And if you want a new Vita, that bundle with Borderlands 2 comes out on May 6th. They also finally revealed the
Prequel,
6
sequel.
expansion packs that they're bundling with it. It's Captain Scarlet and her Pirate's Booty, Mr. Torque's Campaign of Carnage, the Psycho and Necromancer classes, and the Ultimate Vault Hunter upgrade pack and the Collector's Edition pack. So it kind of sucks that it doesn't have Tiny Tina's Assault on
Dragon Keep.
something. Dragon Keep, yes.
Something.
But yeah, I guess those are okay. Psycho and Necromancer is really fun. Graphically, it looks obviously not as good, I suppose, but seems to run fairly decently. I guess we'll see when it finally comes out next month. Yeah, and other Borderlands news, the next game is the pre-sequel. Borderlands the pre-sequel. I guess that's the actual title. Coming out in the fall. Takes place between Borderlands 1 and 2.
And
That's
it's
the name.
only on current.
Only on
gen?
current gen. only on last gen.
Old gen or last gen. Yeah, I was like, how would you say this? That was interesting.
That's sort of, yeah. Some people are describing it as it's basically a giant fan-made mod, but professionally made.
Yeah, because it's not by Gearbox.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think it's
it
2K
is
Australia.
fine. Well, it looks like co-developed by Gearbox and 2K Australia.
Ah.
And apparently it is about 4 employees of Handsome Jack going out and doing stuff.
See,
It's
I thought the premise was a bit
Athena.
off, because I was like, I'm kind of tired of having some Jack.
He seems nice.
Well, I think what everyone is possibly interested in is you get to play as Claptrap. Or as he's known in this one, the Frag Trap.
Oh my.
Yeah, the choice of characters was interesting because they're all featured in the other games.
Yeah, it's like two of them are robots. Wilhelm and Claptrap. And then Athena and
Yeah, I thought Athena was a cool choice because she was a cool character from the first game.
yeah.
And then his girlfriend, which was so weird.
So
Wait, where did they announce the characters?
I don't know. It's on the PlayStation blog.
Huh. Weird. I
4
haven't seen
playable
that.
characters. Athena, Wilhelm, Nisha, and Claptrap.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not playing Nisha or Wilhelm because they're villains in the second game, so F them. So Claptrap and Athena.
But
for the
that's half the fun though.
I want to see what Wilhelm plays like though, because he was a what are those things
win.
called?
It's pre cyborg robot Wilhelm though, I think.
Oh
maybe.
really? Oh, well, that makes
That's
sense.
from what I saw, or I think I saw from someone's hands-on today on with it.
Hmm.
There's also new elemental weapons, freeze, cryo weapons, and I guess it's
Why
their
would
laser
these-
gun,
why
the
would
pew
these
pew type
exist?
like in Star Wars, and the type that shoot continuous beams like in Ghostbusters. Also, part of it takes place on the moon, or Pandora's moon. So the gravity is all different.
I thought that was
There's
the other
also-
weird thing is like how it's not going to take place on Pandora.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, no, what? No,
So
whatever.
it's like the moon and the moon base.
It's like, how do you have a
Weird.
Borderlands game that doesn't take place on Pandora?
Because that's where the villains were before or something. They came there.
Athena was on Pandora.
Well, I don't know.
So was Claptrap.
I don't know, Tekken. I don't know. I'm not Handsome Jack. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was like, okay, we could have a problem at E3 when there's just like too many games, because I was like, this wasn't even on my radar, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
a new Borderlands this year, that could be a problem.
Because I didn't, Batman was not something I had considered would be coming out this year. And yeah, Borderlands.
Yeah, those were both like not on my radar, and then are out of nowhere for me, and like Borderlands, especially just because I was like didn't expect it to be on a console I already owned, A, and B this year, so I was like, oh, well, I hope it's before Batman comes out, or I won't be able to enjoy it. So we'll see. So now I have games already competing for my time, and it's not even the holidays yet. It's only gonna get
And
worse.
he hasn't come yet.
Sorry.
It's like hopefully
See,
it's before
well-
before Destiny, because if it's not,
Oh yeah, that's true. Forgot
that's a
about that.
problem.
Because they don't even have a release window for it yet, do they? For
For Borderlands?
Yeah.
Or it's
For Borderlands.
supposed to be this fall. So this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was a good idea or not.
Well, this is. I think right now everyone is rushing to plant their flag in the ground because Call of Duty has yet to plant theirs, and so
Spoiler alert,
there's
it's
still
November.
time.
I just was about to say, like, yeah, seriously.
Because what Batman is autumn or fall that we know of. Last time it was October, right?
I think so.
Uh-oh.
We already have October release dates: Alien Isolation, and I think Wolfenstein.
I think
Is it October?
I thought Wolfenstein was sooner. Was was it the Square Enix game?
Talking about
The
murder.
Murder Soul Suspect, was that the October game?
That's
Or
in
is that
June.
something else?
It's in June.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll look it up.
Alien Isolation, and I think it's an EA game. Oh yeah, the
All supposed to be coming out.
Oh
Lord of
yeah,
the Rings one.
the Assassin's
Mortal.
Creed clone.
Yeah.
That one.
So those are already there, and then we got Borderlands, which is gonna fall in there somewhere. Maybe. What was their last one? I think their last one was also in October.
I don't know.
I think it was in
'Cause-
September because I took off for work when it came out.
We're talking about Borderlands 2.
It's either September or
Yo.
October. It might have been late September.
Yeah, I feel like it was September, but
For-
I don't know.
For which game?
Borderlands 2. I'll look
Borderlands
it up.
2?
Oh, yeah, it was September.
Okay. Yeah, that one's played out of the way.
I don't
The
know.
first game,
September
People said that Borderlands 1 was just sent out to die because of when it came out, and yet it did really awesome.
Yeah, it was in September 2012.
Okay.
Hmm.
So maybe a September one.
But I don't think I bought the first Borderlands until after the fact, though. It may have been sent out to die. There might have been other stuff coming out.
Anyway, so many. And then finally, just a little while ago, Sony Online Entertainment revealed that they've been working on a free-to-play MMO called H1Z1, which
Yeah.
is, I suppose, it's like DayZ, but bigger with more people. Because there's crafting, in-game economy built around a trading system,
Mm.
and other stuff. So far, it looks like it's only coming to PC.
Ew. Ew. Because you can never get enough zombies, I guess.
Yeah. On the Xbox side, let's see. Killer Instinct Season 1 is ending, so it's getting its last character. Fulgore? I never played Killer Instinct.
Yeah, neither have I.
And
It's
then
okay.
also it's getting a story mode. Titanfall finally came out on 360 and apparently looks really good. And so now the speculation, I suppose, continues. Was it was it kept in the dark so that no one would know that it looked okay? And people would be like, "Oh man, it probably looked bad. That's why I haven't seen it." Who knows? But we've seen it, and yeah, it looks fine.
Does
Looks actually kind of the same.
Does it?
That's my news.
Oh, I don't have any news. You have any news, RPG?
What? No. Well, why would I have news?
Just wondering. Well, there's an update to Gran Turismo 6, but I don't know. It didn't.
There are lots of updates to Gran Turismo 6.
Yeah, there's like 3D TV support, some custom
Wait for
spoiler
it.
thingy. Yeah, because I was downloading some like random update. I was like not thinking it was not going to be anything that happens all the time, and it was like, oh, it's like one of those menu screens that's like, oh, here's a thingy that's like super, or we added some super special awesome stuff. And I was like, oh, well, none of this I can really use though, but whatever. Well, I guess I could use the spoiler thing and the rear wing thingy and the no, the GPS thing is weird because it's like you had to race the course in real life and then plug it into the game. It was weird. I was like, what?
Yeah, apparently it can create a course based on where you drive in real life. So you don't have to race in real life. Just drive with the Jeep. Oh, I guess you need a smartphone. Or do you? Is it on? No, yep, you do.
Hmm.
Use a smartphone, drive around, and it will make a track.
Okay, well, I guess we can wrap up the episode.
Cool. Next week, I will. I don't know if I can beat any more games.
But
For
you
the record,
must.
I finished 4 things in gaming this week.
Gasp.
I am proud of myself.
You should
I
be.
have not. I have
You
not
should
finished a
be.
game in so long. And then I beat
Oh,
Infamous. I
trying to
was
go.
like,
Guess what came
oh,
out this
man.
week? FTL Advanced Edition. I haven't played it yet though.
Oh yeah, I
I
haven't
downloaded
tried
the
it yet.
patch, but I haven't played it. So it's like, oh, that's totally. I'm gonna crack out on that soon. Mm.
Because I downloaded it and I sat there. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't beat the original.
I know. I was like, I haven't
The
finished
game
the
is
original.
so hard.
And I looked at my time played, and it was like 12 or 20 hours. I was like, wow, this game really punished me because I hadn't even finished it, and I just kept coming back for more. Wow. I must have really liked it.
It's really good, but
Shut up, Machine.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I guess PAX starts soon, so.
Yep, PAX is this weekend, I believe.
There's J-Bon's going, who was watching us in the chat, but I'm not sure if he's still there.
Ah,
We had like 4 viewers at one point, and then like it's at 2 now. I'm like, oh, we lost 2 people.
they
sorry.
left us. I'm actually going to the Midwest Gaming Classic over the weekend. They apparently have just this giant collection of games and stuff. So that'll be cool. Maybe I'll see something fun there. Which might mean that I'm not going to finish any games for next week, but who knows? So yeah, check us out, aimlesspodcast.com. Also on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. Subscribe on iTunes.
RPG.
I don't know.
Oh.
I was about to say that too. He's meditating. Alright, so like Tactical said, check us out wherever on the internet. Just look us up and we'll be there. But, until next episode, who will finish a game from the host on the podcast? Will someone finish a game? Will there be a new game announcement that we just don't see coming? Who knows? Find out on the next episode of Aimless Babble Z.